Sit on the cocky and bucky. Your pum pum lucky. Sit on the cocky and bucky.
Baby, you, baby, ooh, when you whine slow, oh God, me off it pray for you. It's a blessing, but at the same time, you got the devil in you. Pum pum a blessing, but at the same time, you got the devil in you.
Yeah, Gucci, Fenty, Banshee, Fendi, Christian Dior, Chanel 5, Sachi, Giuseppe, Zanotti. Money can't empty, can't done. Take you to the store, spend 20. Big Kyle, Bumba Claw. Your pussy fat like Bentley.
Just waiting. Hope you're all okay. Yeah, you never see me dressed like this, do you? Here's a spin. I don't know if I'm put on weight or not. Irish, you're in. Okay, let me see if I can get you on now. Yep, got you. Oh, sugar. What happened? Sorry. Hi, Facebook. Hope you guys are okay as well. Sorry you guys can never see the person that I'm joining with. Hi, honey.
Oh, I look really rough. Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Have you chosen a song?
Woohoo! I chose 2 songs that I think would be a good idea to start with, and then if you've got the energy, I know you. Later on, you can just do another one if you want to.
I don't know if you can. Yeah, that's fine. Cool.
Okay.
Jump up, but tell me why you kind of a waste man already. Bubble like water in the kitchen. Just out on a man like this and kill him. The wine you give him, the send in a prison. Y'all wine for the DJ now. Y'all wine for the DJ now. Y'all wine for the DJ now. For the DJ now. Y'all wine for the DJ now. Y'all wine for the DJ now. Y'all wine for the DJ now. For the DJ now. What's that? Picture you and me. You try to know what me like to say. Baby, me love when you wine for me. Temperature rise when you ride the day. Girl, wine and broke. Girl, wine and broke. What's that? Girl, wine for the DJ, no. Girl, wine for the DJ, no. Girl, wine for the DJ, no. For the DJ, no. Girl, wine for the DJ, no. Girl, wine for the DJ, no. Girl, wine for the DJ, no.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Oh, no, I'm out of breath already.
Okay, so Jenny, welcome to Arabia.
Go on.
Sorry about that. YouTube.
I mean, I said, why am I talking to dog about? You know, it's being free. I mean, I say, DJ vibes. You know, the ladies, them way. Like to put them on the record itself on the Snapchat, the TikTok, the WhatsApp, the Facebook. They only have to them. Push up, y'all broke out. I'm going in a video line. I'm a man like you are in favorite time. But in the camera, I shoot the goody. Take battery, I just want to hold you. I need some y'all, broke camera lens. Lift up your skirt and show me your legs. And the guy boom, y'all, the market. We love the body, you know me. You are the wife of the yard, no parent. You are your own landlord. Hey, no say your boyfriend love you. Only got any mother, I know he's gonna love you. Hey, no say you have a good cool. You off wine and cocky like cool. Hey, you have a Kiara drive. If I never feel the bus, you get it alright. Look out, I'm the one in a big line. I'm a man like you are in favorite time. But in the camera, I shake you with the body. In a tech battery, I just want to hold you up. I need some girl, broke Jamali. Lift up your skirt and show me your legs. The kind of cool girl, them at the selector. We love the party again. Every man feel like a girl back shot now. Wine for my body, tell me body pop now. Like come, I catch if you can't sell me flat now. Dirty wine for my hood and gangster rap now. She said, my girl, please treat yourself. Just baby, me don't want you to rush yourself. And in the ear, when you're in a good health, fill your feet like plastic nose where you melt. Girl, you are wine like belly dancer. And your bumper heavy master. Shake your bumper slow, slow. And then you shake it very fast. Girl, you are wine like belly dancer. And your bumper heavy master. Shake your bumper slow, slow. And then you shake it very fast. And you want to like you wine every time. In the camera, I shake
We're done for now. Alright, catch your breath. I'm going to take some more cum. Alright. Oh, I left the drink. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Woo. That's like a real workout for a few minutes.
Trust me.
Oh, I can feel it. Woo. Hi, guys.
Big up to everybody on the live. How are you all doing?
Gave everybody a chance to get in as well.
Oh.
I hope everybody's okay. 1 second, guys. I'm positioning my phone. Okay. All right. Irish.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. How's the quarantine for you?
Yeah, good. You know, I've been busy. Like I've been really busy doing stuff. So I've got my daughter, so I'm having to like do the homeschooling thing.
Yeah.
Big up Baddie Fitness. Big up everybody in the live. I don't know who's in, so I need to like, if you comment, then I'll say hello and stuff. But yeah, so lockdown. Yeah, just been doing. What have I been doing? Like homeschooling, dancing, and obviously my OnlyFans as well. So
yeah,
busy.
It's a lot.
What about you? How's lockdown for you?
Same.
Because you were from Jamaica, weren't you? When did you come back from Jamaica?
Came back about a week ago.
So was there any like issues getting back or anything?
No, because I went through it a few months ago when I was out there, so I knew what to do. I went through Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's right. So
straightforward. It was just half an hour to 1 hour exchange. Come off the plane, check straight through automatically, check my bag straight in to the next plane.
Oh, that's right then. Yeah, because I know, like it's a bit mad at the minute with like traveling and stuff. So when I seen you out there, I was like, I hope you get back all right. But you did, so you done it.
Yeah, it was very smooth. It was very smooth. Just had to make sure that, you took a test. And I had a certificate. Hi.
She really wants to say hi to everybody in the live. Say hello.
Hello. Hi.
Right, well then. Go on then.
Yeah. So, you just had to make sure that you had a fresh test result.
So you had to get you still had to get a negative test to get back in.
Yeah, that was very important because we're all been out there. I'd been out there for a month. Everybody else had been out there for a while as well. So it was really important for us to all have clear test results so we can all board.
Someone wants me to big up Molly. Hi, Molly. Big up yourself each and every time.
Big up everyone.
Yeah, big up everybody in the live. Everyone that's joining the live, big up yourselves. Mwah.
Thank you guys for logging in. I had so many people asking me questions, and I said, don't you worry, you'll have to see for yourself. Because for those who don't know that Irish is one of the baddest.
I feel a bit out of touch because like haven't been dancing as hard. Like during the first lockdown, I was on it like the dancing thing. I was on it, but this lockdown I've been focusing more on homeschooling and like the other stuff. So
yeah,
It's
Been a
been
bit out of breath.
different.
I'm literally just catching my breath back now, but
I think,
people,
yeah,
non-dancers don't realize like how much energy you have to put into it as well. Like it's like,
it's a lot. It's a lot. And you know what? I can see how unfit I am becoming. Even though I've got asthma, I need to really put my foot down and dance more again.
yeah, that's the same for me. Like, but this is just kind of like spurred me on a bit to like get back. Just go hard, go hard.
Yeah.
We can't really say go hard or go home because everyone's at home right
You're
now.
home.
Go
You're in the
hard.
right place. Yeah, it's really, that's what people don't realize. I think the easiest form of exercise for us is to dance. And because we've got passion for it, it just helps, If for those who feel like you have to pump muscle, no, you don't. You keep toned, you keep yourself fit. It's good for your lungs and everything. I
Yes,
see the
cardio,
difference.
isn't it? It's like the best cardio workout you can do.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, Irish, I would like to start off by asking you a bit more about your journey. We know Irish must be that you're from Ireland.
So, well, like how
Tell
that
us.
came about, because
Right.
a lot of people do ask me this because obviously, like, I don't have an Irish accent. So when I speak to people for the first time, they're like surprised because they obviously think I'm like, but I don't know, like what it was. Like my heritage is Irish, so my dad is Irish. So my dad was born and bred there. I
Okay.
was actually born in Ireland, so I'm not like Irish born. I'm just Irish heritage.
Okay.
But basically, when I was trying to choose a name, Pumpkin, turn that down a little bit, or
Yeah.
go in the bedroom because I'm just trying to do this. But when I was trying to choose a dancing name, I was like, right, I was thinking like, what can I? And because I don't know if people can see, but I've got like freckles
Okay.
and I've got like ginger hair, and like obviously that's quite like an Irish trait. Not all Irish people, but obviously like Celtic, it's like Scottish, like it's like a Celtic look in it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna call myself Irish because obviously I've got that look about me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then from there it just kind of, and I never really thought it was gonna, do you know what I mean? I just, when you I gave myself a name not thinking anything of it, but now because I'm established as Irish the dancer,
Yes.
it's like I can't change it. Well,
Yeah.
I probably could, but it would take a lot of effort to like try and get people to
recognize that it's you.
because I do get a lot of people like, but you're not Irish though. I'm like, yeah, so I'm Irish heritage, so that's basically how it come about.
Right. And I think it's fine because most of my stuff is Angel Zim. So my YouTube from Zimbabwe. I was born and raised here. So I like to have that little bit of a difference of identity.
Yeah,
so
it's just like a connection to your roots, isn't it? So.
Yes, yeah. And I think I like Irish because you're just different from everybody else, generally. And it kind of gives you that individuality that no one else can actually claim. No one can claim it. So yeah. And it goes with the look. Like I see you rock all different types of looks. And I think that's a bonus because you venture out away from one thing.
The norm as well. Like I really like to be different with my style, and I wouldn't say like I haven't really got one individual style when it comes to like the fashion thing. Like it's just like when you like what you like, and then that's it. But I do like to be different and just be a bit out there with it and stuff. Yeah. I think you have to be when you're like a creator and you're kind of like in the spotlight a little bit. You have to kind of like be a bit more daring with stuff.
Yeah, it's good. It's healthy.
Yeah.
So how did you cross over and how did you transition as you were growing up to just even the dancehall scene?
So for everyone that doesn't know, I was born and raised. Well, I was born and raised in Swindon. If anyone doesn't know where it is, it's kind of like the closest place I could say it's near to is Bristol. Yeah. Hence my country accent. Hence why I sound like a farmer.
Right.
That's why like some people are like, you from Gloucester? And I'm like, no. Like Gloucester, Cheltenham, Bristol, Pumpkin.
Right.
Yeah, so basically I grew up in Swindon, and then when I was 19, I wanted to move out. I was like, I wanna go somewhere. I wanted to go to, actually London was like my destination, was like the destination I wanted to go, but
Right.
I was 19 at the time, and didn't obviously have money behind me or anything like that. Just so I was like, oh, London's too expensive just to go there if you haven't got a family or stuff. It's a bit like, so I was like, nah, I'll leave that. So I went to Birmingham, because Birmingham's got had like a lively nightlife, and I went out a few times. I enjoyed it and stuff, and I was like, yeah, Birmingham. So I just picked up and moved when I was like 19.
To Birmingham, right? Okay.
I didn't have really any connections. Like, it's not like I've got family or friends up here. I literally just like was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna move. So I moved to Birmingham, and then like I've been into dancehall for about, well, since I was about 15, 16, I got into dancehall. So I've always been into the dancehall music. But the dancing, that's only like a later thing. Like when I moved down to Birmingham, I wasn't dancing. I actually was like doing boxing. I was doing amateur boxing for a bit.
Right.
And I did that for a few years until my daughter came along. And then when my daughter came, I obviously settled down with her baby father and whatnot. And then when we split up, that's when I started venturing into the dancing scene. So it was like about 4 years ago now that I was like, well, about 4.5 years ago that I was like, started following a few dancers on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, I like this. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. And I just didn't even, would never have thought like I would have taken this path, but I was like, let me just try it. Let me just try a thing. Tried it, and I was just stuck, and I absolutely love it. Like my life now.
That's really good, because I mean, like I said, you're good. You're very good at it. So the way you, not saying caught on, because it is something that comes quite naturally, even if it wasn't your path originally. And it's like with you, it's effortless. Yeah. And I find that
I've put in the hours. Like I do, like I think practice definitely makes perfect when it comes to it. And I have put in the hours where there probably might be some people, some dancers out there that maybe haven't put in as much hours, but they can still do it to the same degree. But if you work hard at something, in the end, it will become more effortless to do, and then things just get easier as time goes by.
Look at this.
I don't know this. That's cute.
Oh, get one.
All right.
that's all right. That's okay.
The spotlight. She's next to be in the spotlight.
Why not?
Big up Cammy, big up Miss Rose, big up Merritt, big up Scoops, big up DJ Marley, big up Irish Queen, big up everybody in the live. Yeah. Beyonce, big up. Yeah, everybody. Like, yeah, so sorry, carry on.
That's okay. That's all right. So, I mean, look, when did you start dancing whilst you were in your relationship, or was it after?
No, it was after. So I did dance like for a short while when I was younger, but it was more like street dancing and like hip hop. Yeah. Like that kind of, but it wasn't anything serious. It was just like on a Sunday, like I'd go to the youth centre and just, it was just something that I took an interest in, but it wasn't something that like I followed through that much. And then when I moved to Birmingham and like got into the boxing scene, that was my life then for a bit.
Right.
So when me and her dad split up, obviously I was free, I'm single, and like I felt like I need to be empowered. I need to be empowered somehow. And like when I watched like the females dance, I was like it just, I don't know, it was really like good to watch. It was like a feel good factor just watching female dancers, do you know what I mean? Like, and seeing like them expressing themselves and stuff.
Yeah. I agree. It's like it gives you
I'm here still. Listen, I'm on the live. If you carry on, I'll take it off you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like it gives you a sense of freedom to a point where you just want to express who you are, your individuality. I find that once people come out of relationships, they kind of wake up to who they are, you know?
Yeah. That's
Gives
the
you
thing. The thing. Leisha, mwah, love you, babe.
that
Um, what was I? Oh yeah, because like when I moved to Birmingham, I was in another serious relationship, so I was kind of like in this serious relationship like pattern where I was just settled down and stuff. And like, obviously, when you're settled down, it's a different story. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I think now if I was settled down, I wouldn't budge on my dancing. If someone couldn't accept my dancing, then do you know what I mean? I'll stay single. But back then, because I didn't take it, because I hadn't started it, it wasn't really something that I took an interest to until later on.
Yeah. And
But now it's like
gives you the
happiness.
growth.
I've literally like been the happiest I've ever been in my life, and I'm 31 now, so that's a lot. Do you know what I mean? That's saying a lot. That in the years where I settled down and everything, I wasn't as happy as I am now.
That's true. And that's why I was saying, like, when you don't have somebody around for a while, you kind of wake up to what you enjoy, what you like, and who you are. And like you said, before, when you were in a relationship, you would more or less compromise, like, oh, I can't dance as much. Oh, I can't just switch on the camera and say, right, I'm going to wind up to this song. It's like you kind of feel like you also have to run everything by your partner, because it's almost like, I think he asked me to do this video. It's like even without asking for approval, it's like you're nudging for approval.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it could be, oh, it's a bit too much. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, you're going for another video again. Oh, let's see what you're wearing.
Because there's such a stigma to like dance, especially in like the female workout side. Obviously, I know there's different styles, but when it comes to like the female DHQ side of things, there's a lot of people have, you know, negative views about it because they don't fully understand it and they just see it as, you know, it's you just flawed in your sexuality and that's all it is. But there's so much more to it than that, like with the whole empowerment thing and feeling empowered and doing something because you love it, not because you're trying to get a man's attention. Because the amount is, for me, like I get more satisfaction from a female hailing me than any man. Do you know what I mean? Like the fact that it empowers other women to want to or be inspired or whatever it may be, like that's much more satisfying than a man saying, oh, do you know what I mean, when you're gonna whine on me like that? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's almost like a real put off. What men don't understand, as even your partners, is that it's actually not exciting when all these men are drooling and lusting, because you're seeing it as an art and a craft. They're looking at you like, I want to do this to you, I want to do that to you. So a man at home is thinking the opposite from what you actually enjoy from, should I say, even the attention. Sometimes it's good because it's like...
Thank you. Happy birthday, by the way. And big up yourself, Energy Goddess. Thanks to Eb for joining the live. Love you guys. Sorry, go on.
That's okay. It's like getting approved. I think the approval from a woman's perspective is way more valuable. That's
100%. Like 100%. If there was, if we had no males like commenting about how, you know, in a positive way, like it wouldn't really bother me that much, because from when a female is bigging you up and saying this is sick or you're good, or that's all you need, like, because at the end of the day, we need that especially in the dancehall scene. We need that support. We need to support each other like that always, because do you know what I mean? There's so much hate in this world. If we can come together in unity and just like support each other more, honestly, like women wouldn't feel so. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, because some girls can't feel like they can't go to a party and dance or whine at themselves because they're scared about what other people think. Like the amount of times that you know, a female's messaging saying, can you just go into the middle of a party, not even with no alcohol in your system, and do what you do and not worry about what other girls think? Do you know what I mean? So the fact that a lot of females that have like that like I can't think of the word I'm looking for. You know what I mean? When they're almost like worried. They're almost worried to be with themselves because they're worried about what people think. But
it's low self-esteem. And a lot of the times, that esteem level, when it's so low, they almost feel like everything is impossible, you know?
But I
And
think because
and
of
it
the
brings
hate,
anxiety.
but I think because of the world, because of the way the world has created like hate so much. Like I said, if there was less of that, people wouldn't feel so judged all the time, and just they would feel more free to do what they want. Like I feel like you have to be a strong person to just not give fuck about doing what you do. Do you know what I mean?
Because
Like,
it creates anxiety. Like, there's a lot of people who don't even have anxiety, but it can create it. So that's what makes people become introverts. Yeah, you become introverted. So it's like when you started to actually dance professionally, right? How did you find it coming in? How was it for you?
to the dancehall scene. Well, for
Yeah,
me, like I don't know, um I've
yeah,
always been like, I've always had this kind of I don't really care kind of attitude. Not that I like, as in like I'm better than anyone, because that's kind of not the kind of attitude. I'm not that kind of attitude, but just like if I feel like I want to do something, I'm going to do it. And people, if they want to accept me, I'll be more than happy for people to accept me and let me do it. If people don't accept me, well, that's their issue. Like I can't really help them people. But I don't know, like I've never really had much negativity to my face. Do you know what I mean? It's always like maybe social media or people that you don't know might say stuff on social media, or like for example, just give you like an example, like when I went on Swarm's Live,
yeah,
for example, right? Because there's so many people, because it's like he has like thousands and thousands of followers. You're gonna get hate comments. You're gonna get people laughing at you and saying, "What is this? What is she doing?" and all that kind of stuff. But like, it doesn't really affect me because I don't know them at the end of the day. For me personally, like I can't let someone else's opinion that I don't know affect me and affect my life. If I know you and you're my friend and you're upset and I've offended you for whatever reason, that's gonna hurt me. I'm gonna want to find out and get to the bottom of it. But if I don't know you from Adam, then it will stay that way.
exactly. And I think even that gave more people, should I say, the confidence to start coming on live. Because some people weren't coming on live before.
Yeah,
And
don't get me wrong. Like when I come on live, I'm even now I still get like nervous. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you do get the random people coming in and saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like, and then like laugh. Like when people don't know you or know who you are, and they're just like random people. Like I've had it before when I've been on a live and there's people taking the piss, and I'm like, okay, that's how you feel. I'm just reading the comments as well. I don't want to miss people.
Right.
It could be fear in the community. It could be down to upbringing, media judgment. Yeah. So there's so much, like stuff. There's so much stuff that can affect someone's self-esteem and what have you. But definitely, like I agree, Rose. Definitely.
Yeah.
And what else does she say?
Short man.
Energy goddess, big up yourself, short man. Big love. Energy goddess, I'm such a massive fan of you. I think you're an amazing dancer. And Miss Rose is a badass dancer. If anyone in here, I'm pretty sure most people are following most people in here. But make sure you follow these people because you'll learn a lot.
Keep up
no,
with
it's true. It's true, Rose. Like I don't dance for anybody. I do it because I have
for it. Okay.
But at the same time, I don't want any. Well, I wouldn't like to. I would rather the majority of people understand me as a person and know that I'm not trying to like take it, because for me, as a white person coming into the dancehall scene, it's very important that people know that I'm not trying to be better than any black dancer, because at the end of the day, it's not my culture. Like I always like if I'm looking at it as like to me, say like citizens, I'm a second class citizen in the dancehall community, and I'm okay with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm never going to try and be better than someone that is their heritage, that's their culture, because that's you know, that's their lineage, that's their heritage. It's not my heritage. I've just got into something that I love, and I just wanna, you know, enjoy it with people, and that's it. Like, I'm not trying to be better than anyone. Like, I'll always big up any dancer. If I think they're bad, period. Like, no matter what colour, what race or whatever. But yeah, definitely, like, when people get to know me more, hopefully they understand that I'm not trying to be better than anyone, and I'm just there to enjoy it with them, and just, you know, this whole unity thing.
And you know what I've got to say about that? For those who like to have that form of negativity, especially when it comes to race and following cultures, people forget we are in a country that isn't ours.
Yeah.
This is not our country. But when we come here, or when we are here, we also take up a lot of things that aren't our cultures. And we've become one level in this country. So we have people in the drill music scene who are from different cultures, right? And they're doing their thing on the mic, and they're bussing, and they're getting big. No one is attacking them, because this is not their music. It's English music. It's a scene that was here, like garage, for example. So how I see it is, even when it comes to dancehall, it is for whoever respects it, whoever loves it, whoever embraces it, whoever understands it. You can't tell somebody to stand still in a club to stand still, because this is not your culture. You feel the music. So
Definitely. Like, you see,
and you love it.
Like, you see, I've always, since like maybe like 15, 16, I know a lot of people probably say, oh, you know, you should open up to the different types of music, but like dancehall's always been like my like love since I was like 15, 16. And like, when I go to a party now, if it was a mixed party, when I say mix, I mean, you know, like, if it's like an urban event and it's got like trap music, a little bit of pop, little bit of this, Afro beats or whatever, like, nothing, like, obviously I'll still dance, I'll still, you know, have a little 1-2 step or whatever all night. But as soon as the dancehall comes on, it's like, I'm just like alive. I'm like, whoa, just woke up, just hit me, like, what? Just gone through my body, and I'm just like flipping out. Where did that come from?
Mm-hmm. And also, I was saying this the other day, the crossover with a lot of dancing people or DJs now playing even Afro beats. Me being from Africa, I enjoy watching them embrace it. Like even DJ Dio, he plays his selection, and the other DJs anyway. But I'm just saying, I like us mixing, and even if it's not like your favorite, I think it's healthy, because there's less hate and there's more embracement of one another being one blood. You know, we become one blood, as in the blood of music. It's not, oh, because you're this and because you're that and because you came from here, because there's no selection. It's all one. And I think I like that, because when I think when you were, what I don't understand is, okay, when we were out, because it's typical, isn't it? When you're dancing, people will be like, one whitey, or white gal.
The one thing that I don't dislike about selectors when on the mic is when they try and single out people. Like, I've had it a lot of times when they're like, obviously I've done my thing or whatever and gone on a bit bad or whatever. But what I don't like is when they try and play off phrases. When it's like a bit, that's when there can be a bit like, you know, like, you know, if they'd be like, oh, who's next? Who thinks they're bad? Like this white girl. Do you know what I mean? That's when it's a bit like, ooh, like, you know what I mean?
It's damaging for you. I think it's bad, because what they're not considering is that when you come off the floor, now they've built up that little bit of resentment. Now people are like, she thinks she's better than us just because you called her out. I hate that, because I saw it.
Like, because when that happens, I'm like, oh god, like,
it's not a competition. I saw that in Luton. I saw it, I saw that in Luton. It kind of I saw that in Luton. We were enjoying ourselves and we were happy and bubbly.
That was
And
a
then,
good, you know, that was a good night though. I did enjoy it, but I did enjoy that.
and it was going good. But let me tell you something. There's some girls that are from those sides who were feeling a bit territorial because of that.
Yeah.
And you could see it. I could see that. I see everything.
Yeah, see, with me, because I don't know, I think I've got to a stage like I've always been like that way where I try not to watch people's faces, because if I did that from day dot, I did that from day dot, I probably wouldn't be dancing now, because I'd look around and be like, I'm not saying that everyone's going to be hating all the time, like that's not what, but there are going to be times. There are going to be times when there's going to be haters, and if I watch them, then I wouldn't dance. So I try and just not block it out. I just, you know, really just have like, try and have tunnel vision. I'm like, when I'm dancing, I'm just like, this is my vision. That's it.
Which is right, because one example I have, this is just for everyone, right? I used to do a lot of pageants and a lot of modeling, especially just in general. But when I did Miss Anglia UK, I was walking, I think it was the swimwear part, and I was happy and I was strutting, because I'm not going to lie, when I'm on the runway, I'm a whole different person. And I have confidence. I'm totally in my comfort zone. And it's like, would you believe these girls were so upset that they could see that I was winning, and I had come there to an area which was really an area where I've got my people and my support.
Yeah.
And they actually threw a bottle across the runway. Yeah. When I say they threw a bottle,
it doesn't even go down to race. It comes down to just hate. When people got hate, it don't matter.
Exactly. And
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that was because, like we're talking about, the build-up was there because they could hear the difference on the mic from the judges, yeah? So when I won and I got the title, would you believe a fight actually broke out?
I can believe it.
I still wasn't looking. Just like what you're saying, I still ignored, I still continued. I finished.
It's almost like you blank them out, innit? Like you can't see. You just don't want to see them, because you don't want them to piss off your nights. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna look.
Proper jealousy was bad, and that was the best way to deal with them, because after that now, I changed and put on my clothes, and then I was like, I'm out now. Let's see what time it is now. But because them days I was a hothead, so I was ready now. Your head is on in the right place when you're doing your thing, and I find that I like that. I like, when you're working, you're ready for work and you're down, like you're really serious about what you're doing, and that's just it. And it's taking you somewhere. If I don't see you, go to this, like the sky is the limit for you. That's how I see it. And if I don't see you reach that sky, something's got to be done, because you are really, really putting it in. Even the whole quarantine thing, I've seen you consistently doing your thing. Like, no one would even know if you weren't happy or if you weren't feeling good, because you just keep it going, every day.
With the whole, like, when it comes to like me and my feelings. Miss Rose said, I've definitely seen hate with Afro dancers and dancehall dancers. Yeah, definitely. I think different dance genres. Like like hate is real. There's no cut off with hate. Like, anyone can hate anyone, and it doesn't matter who you are. You can be hated. You can be the nicest person in the world.
That TikTok I just had on. Can you put that song on?
I don't know what it is called. You'll have to find it. I'll do it in a minute. Can't, because I'm just on the live right now, babes. I'll do it in a minute, I promise. yeah, so with me, like when it comes down to like when I'm in a party or whatever, like, do you know what the best thing is? Like, you know that night in Luton? Do you know what the best part of it? Not doing like the solo part and going a bit mad on the dance floor. It's when everyone's in the middle of the dance floor,
Enjoy
enjoying
it.
themselves and having a good time. I remember like dancing with you, and also I was so happy.
We
Like
were having a
I was just such
great
a
time.
it was just a good night. And like at that moment, like in time, it's when like dancers come together and are doing everyone's enjoying it. It's not just one person taking up the limelight. It's everyone just in the middle, having
Together.
a good time, not worrying about anything, and just enjoying the vibe.
That's right.
What I love
It's
like
the
most
best.
of that party over
Yeah.
above anything else.
And it was good because everybody was embracing everybody. I think that night was a wicked link up. It was just such a good night. I wasn't even planning to move my body that night because I wasn't even feeling too well. And it's like when I saw you, I lit up and I was like, Irish! And we were just working out. And I think I forgot that I wasn't feeling good because it was good.
Like,
It was
it was
good.
like when lockdown's done, I'm telling you, like the part when we all buck up in a party together, it's gonna be a madness. It's gonna be a madness.
It's going to be a shutdown. I think no one would be able to contain us in a dance because they'll be like, there's one on the wall, there's one on the ceiling, there's one.
Literally, like crabs crawling like spiders and crabs crawling up the wall. Hang on, pumpkin. What's it called?
Woo!
Oh, Bella.
God, it's going to be too good, I swear.
There you go.
So, how do you find it when you travel for your shoots and stuff? What is your support like with the young lady? How do you get about, doing your shoots and stuff?
When you say travel, like just like get into place, because a lot of the time, pumpkin, turn it down, Amelia, turn it down a bit, please, turn it down a bit.
Yeah, security can't hold us.
I don't want to throttle her on live because she's just chilled right now. Yeah, like obviously a lot of the time it's in London. A lot of the time, like it's a mission because I'm in Birmingham, so it can be a mission sometimes. But because I drive, it's not that deep. Like if there was a shoot like anywhere in the UK, as long as they're paying me my fuel money, put some fuel in the car, vroom vroom, press gas.
Right. So
yeah, like, I always try and like me when it comes to timekeeping. Oh my god, I'm not the greatest. I'm not gonna lie, but I do try and be on time when it comes to video shoots, or at least like if I'm running late, maybe a half an hour. I'm not trying to push it even more.
So you drive?
With video shoots, as you probably already know, you get there thinking, oh shit, I'm late, and then like you're waiting around for God knows how long.
Yeah, it's a long day. That's what I was talking about the other day. Do you drive, Irish?
Yeah, I drive.
Yeah, because you have to, innit? So how about babysitting and stuff? What do you do?
9 times out of 10, Dad has her. Like during the week, I don't really do much during the week because if there's like a shoot in London, for example, if it was like if it was a good opportunity, then obviously I'm going to go down and I'll sort it. But 9 times out of 10, either her dad has her or my sister. But like it is a bit of a mission because like for example, her dad lives in Wolverhampton, I live in Birmingham. That's an hour.
Right.
And then Wolverhampton's further away from London, so it's like I have to go back, like to drop her. I'm coming back on myself to go to London.
To go to where you're going.
It can be stressful sometimes because like there's enough times where I've gone down to London to do a shoot or a booking, but I'm having to drive back straight after. So I'm like, dancing out my soul, and then coming back late at night, and I'm just like trying to keep my little itty bitty eyes open for the motorway.
Well, if you ever have a shoot in London and you finish late and you want somewhere to stay, you can stay at my house.
Oh, bless you. It's not even like the having a place to stay. It's more like just trying to get back for whatever reason. Because sometimes if I, for example, have to be getting my daughter early, I'd rather come back late, be closer to home, and then it's easier. So sometimes I just make a decision just to.
You know why I said that? I used to say what you're saying, and I
Yeah.
used to do what you were doing because I lived so far out. Generally, I actually lived the same distance from London to Birmingham. So everything I did was in London. Sorry, let me wait. Okay. Everything I had to do was in London or just far out. And I kept telling myself exactly what you're telling yourself. And that's why I moved, because I almost died on the road like a few times.
Really?
You know that
Yeah,
time?
don't get me wrong. There's been a time there's a few bits
Times.
sketchy. You know when you hear the and you're like.
I've done that so many times. Yeah, I've almost died several times. So I always tell people, if you're too tired,
no, 100%. Like
and
I
you can't stop.
wouldn't advise anyone to do what I do sometimes, because
Yeah.
even in my position, I've been there. I'm like a Red Bull. I'm down a Red Bull, like thinking, yeah, I can do this.
I do that. I used to do that a lot. Yeah, and you think you think you're okay, but you're actually sleeping. You're like,
you know when it's like you know what, one second, babe. You know, it's like when Amelia, listen, right? Once I've done the live, look, you've got people watching you being naughty.
No,
Honestly, you've got loads of people watching you.
no, they're not. How can they see me?
Well, they can't see you now, but just a second they can hear you though. They can.
we can hear you and we can see you. We can see you. We can see you.
But yeah, like when you've like you're about to fall asleep, not necessarily on the road, but when you're like dropping asleep somewhere and then you jolt. It's that same feeling when you're on the motorway and you do it and then you like jolt and you're like, wow, like I knew time.
And you see how far you've come as well with your eyes closed, and you're like, did I really just drive all that way? Like, and you're trying to make out where you are at that point. Like,
and you know when you finally turn into a street, it's like.
I swear, I don't believe it. I used to be like that all the time, and I used to be like, I'm gonna die on the road if I'm not careful. I was always doing it, you know. And yeah, it's understandable, but it's good as well. I mean, what's your view on because obviously I put out what I put out about the people being more organized with the scene and stuff like that. But what's your opinion on artists' pressure? Like, for example, people just send you something and say, "Here's a challenge. Do this challenge."
Yeah.
Like,
it can be like it can be a bit much sometimes. You can't because you haven't got TikTok. We'll do it on my phone in a minute. Yeah, if you're good, we'll do it.
TikTok.
Yeah, but you're not signed in. You haven't got an account. So when people want promo videos from you, like I don't know. Sometimes like people, I don't think people understand like. Because when I do a promo video, I don't just want to bang anything out and it just be shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not about that life. Like, I want to put effort into it. If I'm going to do a promo video, I'm going to put some sort of effort to make it look decent and presentable. But like, I don't know. Like, I can't always do it. I can't fulfill every. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I will do free promo. I'm not saying that I have to get paid. Like, I will say to people, do you know what I mean? It's not, there's effort to this. Yeah. But then, depending who it is, then I might do free promo sometimes. But sometimes I just can't. I haven't got the time. I haven't got the, I can't help everybody. So I don't know. People just try their luck, don't they? Where they can get like help, which is understandable. Like I think anyone in the position where they're trying to get themselves out there and promote themselves, wherever they can get something for free. They're going to try it. Anyone would try that the same thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like there are days where you're not even feeling up to it, and you're just like, I don't even want to do this right now. And then it's like, okay, I'll do it. And you kind of get yourself in there. Sometimes you can see the difference between certain videos and other videos, and you're like, some of it you're not feeling even. And I find that
I have to a level. I have to like the song. There's been times where I've been sent a song and it's dead. It's just dead. And if the song ain't doing it for me, if the dancing's gonna match, it's not gonna be doing anything for you. It's not gonna help you promote your song. Do you know what I mean? So like when someone sends me a song, do you know? I don't know. I'm not really one to be horrible. I'm not a nasty person. I mean, it's a bit awkward when the song's shit and you're like, right, how am I gonna do this now? Like, there's been times where I've like had the song and I'm like, yeah, I'll get round to doing it. No, and I'm not gonna do it.
And you feel like you don't want to brutally tell them something, and it's like even sometimes the sound.
They might have put a lot of effort into it, or do you know, I spent a lot of time doing it. So there's me coming along and saying, nah, that's dead. What are you doing? Like, that's just gonna knock them back. So I don't take that approach. I'm more of a just like, yeah, I'll get around to it. Not always. Sometimes if I'm gonna bring it to them, I'll just say, me personally, I'm not feeling the song. I would never say that's just rubbish, because do you know what I mean? Like, it's their craft at the end of the day. They're putting their effort in, so I'm not gonna kill off someone's confidence or whatever.
Yeah, because they could do better next time. But I think maybe a good gentle way to put it is, the tempo is not good enough for me to be able to get into it. So you know, like some songs, for example, even music videos, sometimes the song is too slow for what they want. They expect and think that you can whine and rock out to every song. Some songs just do not go with that. So there's so many things about it.
It's like a couple of times I've had people come up to me.
I've learned how to be very nice. Sorry.
Male eyes come up to me, but they message me, and it's like, I don't know, it's like a Gunman song, or like, and they're like, yeah, can you rock out to this? I'm like, oh, you want me to rock out to a Gunman song? Or, do you know what I mean?
Like how?
Like, I don't know, do you know what I mean? They want you to whine. They're like, whine up yourself. Like, that's happened a few times. I'm like, but that doesn't match like what you're trying to promote. It don't make sense.
But do you know what it is with men? Men put badness with sex, so they feel like, you know, the gangster girls, you still ride. So they got it wrong, you know. No, it doesn't go, guys. You can't have a bad man tune and have girls whining like this, unless we're gonna use a prop and say, I'm a bad gal and I'm whining for my man. So then you need a man for that scene. Otherwise, just by yourself going like this, it just doesn't make sense. So they just see it as bad gal whining. Yeah, it goes. No, it doesn't go. Yeah, it just doesn't go. It's not sexy. It doesn't look good. It's off. Like you said, it's off. What did I miss? Yeah. They're trying to make concoctions here.
Everyone's watching the armpits. Yeah, so so with the promo thing, I don't know, like, obviously, like, I think I do, like, where I can say, look, if you want promo, you got to pay. And I'm not one to be like charging loads, like £20, you know what I mean? Like, I know that's not a lot of money. The £20 is not a lot of money to most people, do you know what I mean? But it's still like, it's a gesture at the end of the day. It's me, like, taking my time out to do a promo video for you.
Yeah. And if somebody is actually climbing and they're in a good position, £40 for a promo is good, because at the end of the day, and I'm just saying £40, sometimes more, because you are not doing it once. You have gone and changed. You've gone and put on your makeup. You fixed your hair. Like, excuse me, I might have a wig, like my hair's whatever, a certain way, and I've decided, okay, I've got to get myself up. I'm going to put on a wig, do my face a little bit so I look presentable. And like I said, put on an outfit that I might have worn at a party. And you're going to tell me, do that for free? £20? No, we go into a dance. We go into a dance for £20. So it does a lot more for them. So I think £40 upwards is okay. £20, yes, when you're negotiating with somebody who maybe doesn't and can't, because remember they want more girls to do the
What is it?
challenges and this and that. That's another thing I got to bring up, by the way. Some people need a beating. People doing fake competitions. There's a lot of them.
What you
where
mean where they say there's a prize and there's not a prize at the end of it?
there's no prize. That's
But
one.
you know what? I've got to a point. I'll go and get my charger quickly. My phone's going to die. Run, run, run.
Yes, it's breaking mine too. Yeah.
What was I going to say now? This is why I don't really do competitions anymore. I used to do them a lot more, but now, like, there's maybe once I've won a competition. Like, I've never really won a competition. So I'm like, why am I doing this fully well knowing that I'm probably not going to win?
Get anything out of it, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the chances are, especially when you've got, like, you know, the big dancers, they've got their 100K, 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, following has a massive impact on your likes. If you've got 100,000 followers, you're going to get more likes. So it's an unfair playing field for competitions. It's not really like...
And what I'm seeing is a lot of them, you know, they want more people to just come to their page and big them up and etc. But one thing I've got to say is why I'm saying, and I've got to clarify this, why I'm saying £40 is nothing for somebody to pay for a promo video is because they will pay a dancer abroad 150. So I don't see why people always think that, oh, you know what, it's reasonable. No, they are paying other people just to even do a 2-minute or 1-minute video for them. And it's funny because they will pay triple, quadruple just because it's somebody abroad. And it's like, what I'm seeing is the girls abroad are getting more than the girls in UK. So the girls in UK are just being used right round, right through. Yeah. Then when they do competitions, they also make the girls abroad win because they feel like they need the money more than us. That's got to stop. That's got to stop. And what we have to do is, and I'm sorry everyone, I'm going to say this right now. If you ask for competition time to go on and everybody's following your page and my people are following your page because I've told them to come to your page to like my video, I'm going to now tell my people to delete and unfollow you if you fuck around. Sorry, it has to be said. Go on, continue, man.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, like, okay. So, you know, when it comes to competitions, what they should do is, like, I don't know if anyone knows Father Biggs. Do you know who Father Biggs is?
Yes.
He does it right because I don't know if you've seen, he had a European competition, an English UK competition, and a Jamaican competition. People need to do that more often because then it's a bit more, do you know what I mean? It's a bit fairer then. Like,
it's less biased, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shut the door, babes.
I agree, Irish, because I do believe that there's too much favoritism going on. And it's like I said, it's just that belief that we are okay. No, we're not okay.
Yeah. Everyone, do you know what I mean? There's so many, like, everyone goes through struggles and, you know, everyone's got bills to pay at the end of the day. And in the UK, like, because I had the same conversation with someone else about who has it worse. Is it Jamaicans in the UK or Jamaicans in, not necessarily Jamaicans, but this was the question. Do Jamaicans in
Jamaica,
the UK have it worse, or do Jamaicans abroad in Jamaica have it worse? And she was saying it's actually people in the UK that have it worse, like when it comes to, like, because, like, obviously we've got so much more things that we have to pay for.
Yeah,
when it comes to,
we've got it. You know, we've got it hard. Yeah, we've got it hard. Like, let me just elaborate on that, right? So, majority of people in Jamaica, they get by very well, and they are there in a place where they've got more support around one another. Yeah, and it's like surviving isn't as hard, even though it is difficult. I understand, but even when I'm in Jamaica, as we all know, right? I'm just saying this for anybody who's in Jamaica, so you understand. Parking my car for 1 month and paying insurance, tax, and then paying for the house, the gas and electricity, so that fridge freezer does not shut off. Paying all the bills. Like, I'm just saying this so everybody there can understand. I've left a whole human being at home. So,
Yeah, what are you doing?
you know, food shopping whilst I'm abroad, making sure that this side is covered. Then we talk about everything else, like phone bill, internet bill for a house you're not even living in. You're abroad on holiday. I'm just saying this again for people who are abroad who don't know this or understand this. Then you're also, let's just put it this way, you're paying up to 10 different bills whilst you are on that holiday. Then you're paying for your expenses to be on holiday. Then you come back, and by the time you come back after 1 month, you have to now pay your bills again. So how do you catch up? There's no extra income. You've been away, so therefore you have not earned, most likely. And if you have earned on a holiday leave, it's going to be less money than it would have if you had been in the actual workplace throughout the month. Then you think about it. More than likely, you live by yourself with your child. So now that child is back home in your vicinity, looking at you like, I'm hungry. It's time for food shopping. So like me, I arrived and I went straight to get my car, and then boom, food shopping. Had to buy food shopping for a few weeks so I don't have to worry about food. Then I'm like, oh, sugar, the gas and electricity is running out. Let me get that now, because if I don't, regardless of whether I've got the money or not, priorities. Then I'm like, oh shit. Then everybody's like, you're home safe, yeah? Okay, could you send me this, and can you get me this, and could you please? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm stressed. Oh shit. Then you're like, right, I think I'd rather go abroad. I wanted to reverse the plane and go back, because I'm seeing everybody's relaxed. Everything is cool, man. Yeah, man. You don't have anything to pay. There's like 4 of you to help each other through every single month. There's one of me in this house to pay for everything. And I just found that I started to feel like, yes, I really do want to go back, because I didn't have to see all this. I didn't have to think of all this. I didn't have to go through all this, but I did. It's just that I'm thinking I wouldn't have to. So that means a lot of people obviously don't understand. They don't. So it's just
like everyone just thinks like you get paid more and that's it. Like you're living better off.
It's horrible. Yes. When you take days off.
And this is why, like, obviously, because I've had a lot of, like, not everybody, but obviously with my OnlyFans thing that I do, that's for extra income. Like, I'm not doing it because for the love of because I like doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's money at the end of the day. Like when it's bringing in more money, so I can like do, you know, just do things and not even do things, you know, just to live like and not have to worry as much each month and have to like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that's that's the thing. Like, and I don't know, like people don't realize that you have to hustle sometimes just to make more money.
Just to cope. So how are you finding the OnlyFans? Because I haven't posted anything really on there.
So like
giving it any time of day.
Yeah, like I mean I've been like promoting hard on OnlyFans. Okay. Like I've been promoting my OnlyFans hard, shall I say. But I've already had my OnlyFans leaked twice.
Oh, is it?
But, yeah, people like someone, I don't know if it's the same person, but someone like logged into my not logged in, signed up to my OnlyFans, like subscribed, paid me the money, and then screenshotted everything and then sent it around. And then, yeah, it's happened recently as well. So, wow. Yeah, like, but I think like that's a risk when I obviously signed up, because I've heard it happen to other people. It was obviously something in the back of my mind thinking, okay, this could potentially happen to me. Yeah. So I have to be prepared for it. But I don't know, like, what do people expect? Like, I don't know, like, it's us school, it's, you know, schoolboy moves, like that is. Like, we're grown women, like, you know, we're in our, well, we're in the over 30s club. Do you know what I mean? Like when you get to an age, you just think, I don't care. Like I still have that attitude. Like I don't care. Like obviously, I'm doing it now because my daughter's young. It's not something that's a forever thing. I'm just doing it now to see if I can make a little bit of money, to see if I can like branch out to other things and, you
That's
know,
right.
get more income to move on to something else and find a new side hustle. Do you know
It's
what I
a
mean?
bridge. It's a bridge, and you're doing it
Mm.
from your house. You're not going across borders to meet anyone, see anyone, do anything out of context. It's, you know, it's a bridge to the next side. And
And I know there's a lot of people that disagree with it, which is fine. Like, obviously, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but at the
yeah,
end of the day, like, it's a side hustle. People don't knock people that sell drugs on the side
yeah,
or
they
do illegal activities on the side. Do you know what I mean? Like, people don't have anything to say about them kind of side hustles. They've
mm,
got more to say about a legitimate side hustle. Do you know what I
mhm.
mean? Like, it's legit. It's not, um, you know, it's something that you can do and not get like penalized for or whatever.
Yep. It's your furthermore, I must say there are some people who naturally feel good when they dress up, right? So, for example, putting on heels in the house. Some people just do that, you know? Just
Mm.
why not dress
Yeah.
up, feel good,
Listen, like
and get paid?
if I hadn't have dressed up through this lockdown, like I know a lot of people have just like lived in their jogging bottoms the whole lockdown. I can't do that because like I want to feel like a woman. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
want to feel like
dress
sexy,
up,
like
look good, feel
do
good.
you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, some like there's been some like a lot of the time when I'm posting, I'm like dressing up just so I can dress up. Like
yeah,
not because I'm going anywhere.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll
And
order something
it does
just I'm
feel good.
not going anywhere. I'll just order something so I can be like, yeah, I want to feel good.
That's correct. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand about a lot of things like that. You
Mm.
It's good for you. It's healthy for you. Because
Yeah.
if you weren't doing that, to be very honest, because I know it so well, you would probably your levels will go down because
Mm.
you're not paying yourself attention. Like I said earlier about the low self-esteem, it will
Mm.
bring it, you decline, you go downhill. And it's like even down to those people who are not
Man,
wearing
bless you, Rose.
heels and
Bless you.
stuff right now. I must urge women, especially right now, if you're a person who normally wears heels, like out of this whole lockdown stuff, you need to wear them even during the
What?
like in the house, because
Yeah.
you're gonna have a hard time when you go back out there, because it will be so long before you wear them. You're gonna struggle and you will look funny and you'll be like a duck or whatever. So some of these things just keep you going, you know?
Nah,
It
trust
does.
me.
Hmm.
Nah, but like that's the thing. Like
Thank
that
you,
I
thank
don't know. Like everyone's, it's gonna be so strange. Like with obviously it's gonna be nice. But I feel like people are definitely appreciating stuff a lot more in
you.
terms of socializing with people,
Yes.
having gatherings, having get-togethers, partying. Like, how many times have you like not gone to a party because you're like, I'm not missing out anything. It's the same old, same old. When lockdown's done, everyone's gonna be there. People that don't even go out in like normally are gonna go out because they're just sick of being down. Like everyone's just gonna be out, like out and about.
Big
Just
up, big up, big up, big up. Yeah, and this is it. It's like, let's just put it this way. Once they say it's all good in the hood, oh my God. Everywhere's gonna, you're not gonna know where to start. Be like, go here, go there. Okay, how many in one night? We're gonna be going to like 2, 3 places in one night, if possible.
like, see, I'm not really I'm not really bothered now. Like, if
Yeah.
lockdown isn't finished now, like it's January, it's snowing, who cares? Do you know what I mean? Summer now, like I think it's going to be hard for them to contain like barbecues and then because when the sun's out, like, do you know what I mean? There's going to be so many people holding parties. They're not going to be able to lock them all off,
It's
even
gonna
if
be,
it is still in lockdown. People are
yeah.
gonna No, people are sick and tired already. People are
Hmm.
sick and tired from the first lockdown. Like, I don't know, like,
People are
yeah,
taking the fines as well. They don't mind. They're like, give it to me.
just give it to me. I just want a good night out.
It's true. And you know what? It's like, when I think about it, it's how can I put it? I think I got a little bit in when I was away. I could have gone out a lot more, but I didn't. And even though I had those few nights out, I feel like I've got the nice feeling out of my system, and then I came back
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I feel good. But at the same time, if I was here,
How
maybe I
long
would have
was you
found
away for?
a few
How long
places to
did,
run to.
how long
Huh?
was you away for? Like a month?
Yeah, I was away for a month. So in that month, I really felt like I'm not going to overdo it, right? But I did enjoy enough to say, okay, I'm good. And I'm not
Yeah.
feeling it. I'm not feeling anything. I'm happy. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't feel the lockdown bug or the quarantine bug that, oh my
Yeah,
God,
like
you can't
I
get out.
know, I know it's affected a lot of people, like mentally, and like people are really struggling with like dealing with being indoors and stuff.
Mm,
But I guess if you've like had something to take your mind off it, like if you've got something to like do in lockdown, if you're busy, if you've got kids and you've got to do the homeschooling, if you
yeah,
like, you know what I mean, if there's things you've got to be doing, like, you know, you're all right, you'll be all right, you just get through it.
yeah. You're good with yourself, you know? It's that whole thing of managing around yourself. Like I found myself doing more things that I needed to do around the
Yeah,
house,
the
things
house,
that I was
like
planning, new plans. Yeah,
you know stuff that you never get around to doing, like I don't know, sorting out your clothes. Oh God, I need to do that.
I did that. I did
That's
that.
one thing I need to do is sort out my clothes. I got
Yeah,
oh no, I need to get rid of so much
yeah.
little things.
It is definitely like that, and I find that um oh, let me just say this. Sorry, this is out of context, but like I said, for anybody who is abroad who needs anything like clothes, any like you said, if you're getting rid of anything,
Mm,
I've been packing bags and bags and bags. I'm gonna send a few barrels. So if there's anything that you want to
I got so much.
write, so
Yeah.
anybody who's got stuff to, yeah, we can put it together because I've got like bags now that I've put aside and I'm gonna get it sorted and send it out. So, you
Mm.
know, sometimes the way to support others, like for example, dance wear and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I had a lot of
Yeah,
dance
like
wear that I never got to wear.
it's a bit depressing, like just giving my clothes. Like normally, I just go to like a clothes bank because I used to send them to charity shops, but I hear like there's so much charity shops that don't end up getting to the people that need it.
Yeah,
Do you know
and
what
they
I
don't,
mean?
and they sell them, and it's like
Yeah.
I gave it to you, but you're selling it. Like
Mm.
really, because like you just said, it's not getting to the right people.
Mm.
So it is good to give to those who you know are gonna need it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank,
Yeah, like
thank
I
you,
think
Miss Lewis.
when I was out in Jamaica last time, I think I left like stuff because I
Hmm.
don't need it.
Yeah, and that's
Especially
the
like
thing.
good old places like good old Sheen. Like Sheen is such a good. Oh, I love Sheen.
Hmm.
Like cheap clothes, but like they're not going to last forever. But you'll get at least a couple of wears out of them, and then
Hmm.
you're all right.
Exactly, exactly. And it makes sense because there's some people when I had some stuff out there, like I was saying, I sold some bits out in Jamaica, and what I find is like I always say to them, I'm giving you all this stuff, label them, make your price tags, and make your money, and use that to survive for as long as you need to. Don't just have clothes to just go out and say, yeah, I got this from England or I got this from America. I got sell and make your money. If you need to make a little stool or whatever, do your thing, you know, or get the word around. And I think that's sometimes that's the best you can do rather than somebody asking you for something like
Yeah,
money or whatever.
yeah.
It is the best way to support each other. And I see it, I don't see it as you're throwing something at someone. I see it as support.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this today about like because a lot of people like me, I'm really bad for it. Like buying an outfit once and then not probably wearing it again. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I do that a lot, and I just think like there's got to be a way where you can just like an exchange where there might be people that have got things that you could rather than like selling it or getting rid of it, like an exchange system where do you know what I mean? You say you give your stuff away, but you get something back, and you're like you've got a whole set of new clothes, and you
Yeah.
haven't paid anything for it.
Yeah, there's a place, vintage something. They do that, and there's a shop as well in Portobello Road where they even like, for example, designers. and you've got like 5 items and you want to design a bag that's there and you can't even afford it, but your clothes will afford the bag, you know, like according to what your clothes are worth. It's a shop. It's an
No
actual
way.
thing. Yeah.
That's
And
good.
I just saw it and I was reading what was on the wall or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. They actually do exchanges. And I could see they had, the vintage swap. And I could see they had like even people who like certain things like American football. So they've got like memorabilia stuff. So if you're looking for certain items, yeah, they got it. So it's really quite good like that. And we do that with our roller skates as well sometimes. Like if you can't really afford to get a certain pair, which might be really expensive, you can exchange them for like a pair of yours plus something else.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah, because skates, you know, they can be personalized. You can take off wheels, change them, do this, do that. So it does. Would you like better, Irish, Dexter Daps or Vibes Cartel?
Vibes all day long.
Vibes is the one, but I think when it's time to feel sexy or kind of get love struck eyes, then it's
Yeah,
Dexter.
like I love Dexter, but I love Dexter. I love him, but nah, Vibes Cartel is just an all rounder.
Oh,
Dexter,
really?
more like you said, he's
Nice,
like for
you
the
know.
ladies. He's for the ladies, but Vibes
Yeah,
Cartel is to all.
it's bad, bad, bad. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're very different. That's why I just had to say like they're both great to me. I love both of
Yeah,
them.
I do.
Yeah.
Rose, I will never ever forget the time that we danced to Dexter. Oh, that was the best night ever. It was crazy.
How can I know popcorn?
I literally thought he was going to throw me off the stage. I was like, I don't even know because me and Rose were at the side and we was like, shall we do it? Should
Yeah.
we dance? Like, should we dance with him? Like, should we do it? Should we do it? And
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like literally, I just went up to him and started dancing with him, and I was like, "What am I doing? Like, what actually am I doing?" And then he just was like fine about it, and I was like, "Thank God he hasn't been like security, security."
But these are the best times. Like when you do things just spontaneously like that, it's really good because you're not gonna really regret it. There's no regret. There's nothing to regret. It's all a memory and it's a good memory. It's nothing's bad about it, isn't it? And it's like at the end of the day, you're gonna be showing your daughter's children one day that look what I used to do.
And look who I danced with. No, it was so funny. Like I don't know, like even if he would have been like, get off the stage, come and collect this, come and collect her. Who's who's
Come and get her.
whose mum is this? Anyone in the crowd? Whose mum is this?
Oh, one question I have to ask you about this. Funny enough, I just don't know why I thought of it, but when it comes to weight, yeah,
Mm.
you're thick, you got body.
Dick.
How do you maintain yourself to stay as you are and be able to still balance?
Aw, love you, Rose.
How do you do it?
Do you know what? Like, I don't know, like, because I'm not like I used to be like a proper fitness freak, but I'm not really a fitness freak. I do my dancing. I have a workout, like, I do like work out, but I'm not really consistent. I'm not really consistent with it. I'm just do it when I feel like doing it. But,
Right.
I don't know, like my weights kind of stay the same. I probably lost a bit of weight since I started dancing. Like if you go back to like older videos, like I was like a size 16. I think when I started it all, I was about a size 16, and now I'm like a 12 to 14
Yeah.
clothes.
Okay. So it
So
keeps you balanced.
yeah, like it definitely like helps like when it comes to like the weight. And another thing that helps, well, not helps, but I found out I was intolerant to wheat. Like, so I'm intolerant to wheat and cocoa.
Okay.
And basically I get psoriasis. Like, I don't know if you know what psoriasis is. It's a skin condition. It's kind of like eczema kind of type thing.
Break out, yeah.
And I get like little blotches, and I got these blotches from when my daughter was when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I thought it was just hormonal, but it stayed with me. Long story short, I found out I was intolerant to gluten, and when I cut out wheat from my diet, it made such a difference. Like it did like help me with like the whole, because I've always had like a belly, but like my belly has reduced since I've like been dancing, so it definitely helps like with the whole, you know, just the weight thing. But I'll always be thick. Like I don't think, like, obviously because of my bone structure as well. Yeah. Even if I was to like lose a bit more weight, I'd still have that thickness about me, especially like in my legs. I haven't really got much back, but when it comes to my thighs now, I've got like chunky thighs, and that I'll always have chunky thighs. And I think, and because I've got big boobs as well, big boobs, chunky thighs, that just like, you know, it just makes me look all rounded. Just
But I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing though, because I've been trying to put on weight for so many years, and it's like, it's hard for me, to be honest. But I like the weight. I like, when I see weight, I'm like, oh, it's attractive, you know, like it just looks really good. And being able to dance and do certain things with the weight, I'm sorry to say this, it might sound a bit perverted, but I get turned on by that more than anything, because I feel like that is work. But
I think like when it comes to weight, like I think with me, like with my like how like my body's made up, if I like put on more weight, I've got to be careful because it will go to my belly. And like obviously if I was to gain weight, I'd gain weight everywhere, but like I always seem to gain it on my belly. Why it can't go to my bum, why it can't just divert to the back end, I'm not sure, but that's another story. It's just one of them things, genetics and all of them things. So I have to be careful when it comes to the weight thing, like, and not try like overeat and stuff. But yeah, like obviously you know, everyone's different when it comes to their metabolisms, how their body's made up. When they gain weight, some people gain weight and they gain it in the right areas, and it's just like, I wish do you know what I mean? Yeah, you it's a good thing for them. They're lucky and stuff. I don't know, like, have you ever, like, I don't mean just waist training. I don't mean just waist. Oh, okay. I've stopped dancing the weight that comes. No, definitely. I think like if you're active, like if I was to just stop dancing altogether, I'd definitely put on weight 100%. Definitely, because there's nothing to take it away from wherever it was like reducing. But I find that people who waist train, that's one thing, but a corset is very good. Corsets are, I've always said corsets are the right way. Waist trainers are good, but what you don't realize is sometimes what you're doing to yourself with all that compression can be a bit too much for the body. I've got a waist trainer right here, but I use it for my back when I'm in pain or when I need it. I rarely get back pain, but when I do, like maybe if I've sat wrong for so long or slept, I don't know, whatever, or carried too much, you know, then I'll put on a waist trainer. But a corset, for anyone who dances or anyone who wants to reduce the belly, a corset is the best way. And obviously because of the under cuff, under here, under the breasts and stuff, it's also good because it kind of shapes you the right way, the way that you want to be shaped. And then obviously you know about squats and stuff, but I'm just saying. And that's another thing, because I think like with everyone, with a lot of girls under pressure now, with like everyone doing their bodies and like, you know, getting the designer bodies and like it puts the people under a lot of pressure, because you feel like that is what you know, that's the ideal shape that a man wants, but it's not. Because if like I have debated, don't get me wrong, like I would love a bigger bum, like I would love to have a bigger bum, like I would like, because for me the style of dancing that we do, if you have a bigger bum, it just accentuates the move at the end of the day. But at the same time, like if we were all that shape, people would get bored. Like there would be nothing exciting about. Like there's people that cheat. They might have a woman that's got a designer body and cheat on them with a regular body.
Yeah, and they
Do you
want
know
to
what I
feel
mean?
something that they want to feel the originality. I mean, I've never heard of a guy saying, "Take it all off, let me see." Yeah, okay, now we can have sex. No, his mindset is, "Let's go." He's not thinking about whether you've got that or not. If you got it or not, and if you don't, you can't come to bed. You're gonna
Yeah.
lay down and be the same thing. And what I want to know is, for those who are considering surgery just because you want to look a certain way, is your man that you're going to be laying down with, or the men that you're going to lay down with for the rest of your life in your lifetime, are they perfect? You know, do they come as a good package, a whole package, and nothing but a package? No.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I have considered the surgery. I'm not saying that I want to go down that route, but it has crossed my mind. But the amount of like the amount of stories I've heard about surgery going wrong, I'm like, nah, I'm not about that life. I'm not about, especially when you've got kids, you've got to really think about this, because
Mhm.
even though it is like a really dangerous procedure, people don't understand that it's still a very dangerous procedure to have, like
Yep.
BBL procedure, not even but just any type of surgery. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Imagine me going under the knife now, and then I die, and like I'm leaving behind my daughter. Like, what the hell? Like that's just,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know.
And that's the thing. It's like there are some things you can excuse. Like, for example, I know people who've had the excess belly and stuff after they've lost the weight, you know, when it's all flapping and hanging. That's
Yeah,
understandable. Some
yeah.
things
I've
are
got a hang.
understandable.
My belly, I've got a hang. When you got a kid, when you've had a kid now, like, not everyone's gonna snap back. Like I
Yeah.
said, everyone's different when it comes to them, like their body genetics and how they're
Yeah.
made up. And I've
Yeah.
got a hang, and that's like one of my biggest like things. But I'm still out there with my belly hang and my fupa. Like, I'm still doing my OnlyFans. People are still
Exactly.
paying me to see the fupa and the hang.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing. What people forget is they love it. People love it. They'll pay that more than anything else. Like, I think Skinny Mini has actually died down. Yeah, they like the bit of fat and the excess and the little rolls and stuff. Like, I noticed I've got what they called love handles. Like if I turn, I can see the two lumps, and I'm like, I used to be conscious, like, what's going on? And even my arms, like when I flap them, I'm like, oh my god, I got little flaps. But I'm like, that's minor compared to, no one cares. You care because you're looking at it. No one's looking at it. You just become subconscious because you're looking at yourself. So I told myself anyway that any surgery that I want to have, I got to put it in my head that I've had it already, because this is the surgery. Being born and growing into your body is your life surgery. God made you like this. This is it. you know? And if, if you were short of anything and no one was looking at you, that would be different. Maybe you might feel a bit conscious then, but you're still repping. And like I said, for guys that don't look good, or don't look at the guys, for example, that don't look good.
And it's always the ones
They
that
got
chat the
confidence.
most shit, that have the flipping, like, the worst bodies going, and they're the ones that want to bring girls down, like, because they feel shit.
Yeah. And there's so many guys that I see out there that are horrid looking. And when I say horrid, I don't mean like the worst, but I'm just saying, look at their confidence. They have a spring to their step. They're happy. They're like, I'm nice. I'm hot. They got certain features which don't go for, like, society would just not go for it. But I like the confidence. That's the guy I will look at and say, that's the guy I'll look at and actually send a message to, or put under his post, you're looking good. Because he is looking good. He's put himself together. He feels good. You look good when you feel good. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. So I find that we need to do more to encourage at least people who may not be perfect, but at least they are still trying, No one's perfect.
At the end of the day, everyone's got their insecurities. Even
Yeah.
like women that go under surgery, that have surgery, you look at them and think, I'm sorry, can I just stop that? Actually, I don't know if any. I have to bring this up because I don't know if this. Like, did you see Cher's picture? Am I the only one that was thinking, oh my god? Anyone see Cher's picture?
I saw her picture.
Cher, the gold, like, I was just like,
I saw it.
It's not photoshopped or on my fingers because that was just that just looked abnormally big.
Yeah, I think they're getting bigger and bigger. And I think what's happening is
Yeah, like do
after
people
their
get
surgery's
injected?
gone wrong.
Is it possible you can have like you can go and get it like bigger and surgery?
Yeah. And not
Now,
only that,
you need to go and see it. Like, go to Cher's page now. I'll try and send it to you after the live. But I
yeah,
was just like, when I saw it, everyone in the comments, all they'll say, like, everyone was saying the same thing in the comments. Pum, pum, pum.
yeah.
How many bees stung her? 100 bees. Oh my god! Like, it just was big.
Yeah, it's
Big.
getting like that. It's like a few of the girls that have had surgery. Honestly, a few years later, they have gotten bigger and bigger. And what I think is actually happening as well, without having extra surgery, the fat is going there because it's like a magnet for fat now. So it's actually distributing itself in that place. So they're
Yeah.
just getting big. And it's like, woo, that's too much. That's why you don't see them dancing anymore. Have you noticed they're not really dancing
Yeah.
anymore?
Because this is the thing because like Renee
I was gonna
she
say
got,
that.
when she got surgery, she was like she didn't even need surgery. I don't think
Yeah, she didn't.
I don't think she needed it. Like I think she had like I don't know. She's got her shape's gone a bit too
Yeah,
out there now.
I was gonna say that. Renee has changed and it is too much. And like I said, they're not dancing anymore. And I think
It's
part
like
of
10
not
pump.
dancing is that it's too much. It's heavy. They're heavy.
Yeah,
Really
that's the
heavy.
thing. They can't manage. It's like it's almost like they can't manage it anymore. And
Yeah,
that's what I would like to do. I reckon because obviously I don't really have back. So if I was to go and get surgery now and then try and dance, I don't think I'd be able to dance the same. I think like the dancing, like I would have to compromise on my dancing. I'd still
yeah,
do it. But I probably wouldn't do it to the same ability that I can now with my
yeah,
little booty.
yeah, yeah. And to be honest with you, no one notices because remember, you're dancing. There's movement. There isn't, I don't
Yeah,
think people
I
would
miss
notice
Renee.
that. Plus your shape. You've got shape. So when you're wearing your shorts and stuff, you know what it is? If you were standing a certain way consistently, then people will be looking because you'll be standing straight. But when you're
Mm,
standing and you're, like leaning a little bit, no one
yeah.
notices because if you didn't tell me, I've been next to you and everything and I've never noticed that. I've
Oh,
seen you
I don't know.
dancing. We don't notice it. We don't know.
No, honestly, like it. I think because when it comes to like my dancing, like I always like when it comes to my dancing, I am so conscious about what kind of shorts I wear. I don't know if it's just me, but
Right.
when it comes to like this types of different shorts, there's some shorts I cannot wear because it would just make me pancake,
Right.
literally pancake. So like, and I've noticed like you know girls that wear like the scarves around their waists. You know when
Yeah.
you wear scarves, that makes such a difference. You know when you're dancing.
This, makes such a difference,
It's such a difference, you know. No, I'm not joking. No, when it comes to like, it just is. I don't know. It just does something with the moves. It makes the moves more accentuated. So I get why people wear like, scarves and that type of what you call it, like wear instead of shorts. Because I'm always forever busting shorts.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, it suits you and you look good. And what I think is, this might sound a bit off or just gone somewhere else, but I do believe that you should. You see, like how you had the Skittles and like the Mars whatever
Oh,
Snickers,
Starburst.
right? I think you could kind of do a bit of promo on stuff like that. Active professional promo. You should actually contact some of the brands because it's different. You can walk through that door. These are the things that you mustn't limit yourself to because when I saw this chocolate bars and whatever, I wanted to go and buy the shorts. I was
Now,
like, these look good. I wanted to buy them. I'm serious. I looked at it and I said, they look nice. I didn't want them before that. I wasn't interested. When I saw them on the Chinese people or whatever, on the ad, I didn't want to buy them then. So when I saw you in them and dancing, I was like, these actually look good. So you should brand
Yeah, I've
yourself
got a thing.
out there.
I've got such a thing about shorts and the way they have to sit. Like, because obviously, like like I've got like a wide bump, but it's kind of like it's not really out there. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's kind of flat.
But
to
it
put
spells the whole word Snickers. So that's good. You can see Snickers right through.
But yeah, like when it comes to shorts, like Rose was saying about denim shorts.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't wear denim shorts and dance. It's like literally, I would
It's
just look
stiff.
like yeah.
It
I'm
makes you
glad I'm
stiff.
not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has an issue with like their attire. Like
Yeah.
not when I'm out. Like obviously, if you go out to a party, it's different. But because not people aren't what people haven't got their eyes on you. But it's like when you do a video now and you're putting yourself out there promoting, that's when I'm like, I need to find a decent pair of shorts that actually fit me decent, and I can never find. I'm always like, yeah.
Yeah, plus yeah, they're just stiff. But also I wanted to ask you about your plans with the music now. Like music and dancing. What's your next thing?
Well, me, like personally, I still want to do my dancing. I still like will do bookings and stuff, but I would love to like get in the studio really because I'm getting older now. Like I'm not saying that there's a time limit of when you stop doing these things, but like I don't know, like I feel like I want to teach other people and like bring something. Cause I get so many people asking me like, oh, because in Birmingham as well, especially. There's not really a dance hall. There's not a dancing scene like that, like London. When it comes to like like lessons and stuff. So, like I feel like it would be good to get like something going, get something started in Birmingham.
Right. I mean, that's a good idea and you're good. So it's not like you don't have what it takes. Sorry, let me see.
Yeah, I've always like been a bit. I don't want to like go into it.
And yeah, that's what I was saying.
I want to do if I'm going to do it, I want to do it properly, and I want it to be at a stage where people would accept me doing it and not thinking, oh, do you know what I mean? She's come into the culture and she thinks she can just teach it just like that. Because there are people that do like just go into it, start up, and then think that they can teach because So I've always been a bit cautious about doing the whole like getting involved in the teaching side of things. I've always thought like when I'm ready to do it, I'll do it. But I want to be established before I get into it's about me like being able to be where I want to be at a level that I want to be before I start, teaching other people as well. But that would be such a good thing to do in the future. Definitely.
What might be good for you as well is you see like right now. Because obviously not everything you do is just sexy and stuff. I think I'm speaking to dancer. Her name is Irish. You can look on my page and put the post. Sorry, this is for Facebook. So what I think, because this is something I did. Yeah, I had see the children in my neighborhood, like my neighbors' children and stuff. Because I used to run a daycare. What I used to do is put dance in the daycare. So even when I finished with the younger children and they've gone home, for parents to have a little bit of time out, I used to say, bring them over, just let them come over. And I'd have like 6 or 7 or 8 children and we'd go in the back garden or in the front room because it was big enough. And let me tell you, I started off just thinking like, oh, I'm just babysitting, just giving parents a little break.
Yeah.
In the end, they were serious. Then they started to do proper like dance songs and stuff. Then the parents started to pay me to have them for the hours. Then they were like, no, these guys are good now. We need to take them to like little competitions. And I was like, this has turned into something so big. And I remember at the time, my youngest son was like, he wasn't even 1 yet because I remember he couldn't walk. And he'd be standing, holding on and dancing, like moving and dancing, doing the dances and stuff. And those are the days of Pasa Pasa. So I used to actually like just put on the Pasa Pasa DVDs sometimes, and they would watch, and you know, the man dances and stuff like that. And those are the routines we'll do. We used to do Mr. Wacky Vogel's
Yeah.
routine for the song, then the next one. To be honest, it was good for me because it made me feel like, oh, I'm doing something which I enjoy. I'm giving them something to look forward to. And let me tell you something. See those children? Some of them turned out to dance for professional, you know, sites and stuff, like they're doing dance.
Yeah.
They
That's
weren't
good.
dancing.
That's such a good thing though, isn't it? Just knowing that the kids that you taught like are now on to like bigger and better things. Like how amazing is that?
Yeah, they're dancing professionally, getting good pay out there. They're up there. They're doing something. I was shocked because, like, you know, when you see them now and they're like 20 years old, and some of them are like, you know, because they were older than my child, isn't it? Some of them were like 8 years old. Some of them are 20.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this whole big woman, oh my God. Then I'm seeing the profile, dance competitions, dance this and that, bass studio.
Amazing.
And it's good because it gets you there where you want to go. Like I said, there's no point in just doing what you're doing and then you say in a few years is now. Enjoy it. Just
Yeah.
grab a few of your child's friends and just have fun.
I think that's the thing. I think that was always like the plan, but then with COVID and everything, it's just, you know, it's just one of them, like everyone's just plans have just been like put on hold for a little bit, but it's still in the pipeline. Definitely. I'd love to just do like, yeah, like Beyonce say, like maybe Queen style, because I'm confident in Queen style. There's especially because like head top, like I could do head top all day long, and like things like that where I know I can teach people like techniques and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely on the cards. But let's see what happens with blah, 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 blah. Lockdown.
Yeah.
Zoom, like I like the idea of Zoom, but with me I would much more prefer being and teaching in a class with people and showing them rather than trying to explain via video. Because even though it can work, I feel like sometimes things might get missed, and especially with like, I don't know, moves like head top, for example, like that's quite a dangerous move to do, because if you fuck that up, you know, you could break your neck. Do you know what I mean? Like, so trying to teach someone doing that over video call and then seeing them fall over on their neck, I don't know, like, I don't know. I think with that, it would probably be more like in a controlled environment where I can be there and support them and give them support and actually hold them up and things like that. Just, do you know what I mean? So yeah, like, but I know it works. Like Zoom has helped so many dancers, especially like in Jamaica, like carry on and still be able to earn a living with the whole lockdown and stuff. So I think it's amazing that we've got that technology where we can use it to our advantage. So
Yeah.
you know, everything's not all negative. We have got positives with technology. So
which
we
is
just need
right. So I mean, now what's your advice for most people coming in who want to now start dancing but not confident about the scene, and they've heard a lot of negativity, and besides saying don't worry about it or don't worry about them, how would you encourage them to step forward?
So it's just one of them, like with the whole conflict. I think like if people want to get into it, definitely try and do, like I said, do it in a more controlled environment where you can do, because a lot of classes now that people teach, they do like the empowerment circle. Like I know a lot of people use the empowerment circle to bring people's confidence up, and I think that's such a, well, not even, I think there's probably other techniques and methods, like but that's just one I can think of that sticks in my head, which helps with bringing people's confidence up. Because obviously being in an environment where you're in with other supporting people, everyone that's going to support you and bring you up, that's going to help you with your confidence, rather than going in somewhere with low confidence into like a party, for example, in like a party environment where you know there's going to be hate and there's going to be, you know, a lot, it's going to be harder to let people accept you. And also not even go into the party scene, like that's, you know, the party scene so different. Like with me, I didn't, when I first started the dancing thing, I was just making videos and posting them up.
Okay.
That's all I did. So yeah, just make your videos, post them up. If you're worried about your confidence and self-esteem, just keep your account on private until you're at that level where you think, you know, if there's going to be haters, you can then deal with it. Because the worst thing to do is like put yourself in a situation and it's going to knock you back, and then it's going to just put you off, and then you're not going to want to do it. People need to bring up their confidence before they can start thinking about doing certain things, because the last thing you want is to be in a position where you just put off and you think I'm not good enough, I'm not going to do it. People don't want to see me do it. People don't want me to progress or whatever. So
it's like going into the deep end. It's not easier to swim, because you know, if your feet are not touching the ground, you're definitely going to be scared right through. So it's like a lot of people do, like you said, it's a good idea to start off just pushing yourself out and not. I don't know. Some people are so nervous they turn off notifications, comments and stuff like that. But I think we do need people's opinions, and if we don't,
I feel like, especially
we don't.
I feel like constructive criticism. Sorry, I've got a dead finger. Constructive criticism is good. Like I feel like everybody needs it. Like if you haven't got anyone telling you where you can improve, you're just going to stay stagnant and you're not going to improve. So like it's constructive criticism is just the hate. Like it's hard to stop people coming on your page and hating, but like to block that out, I don't know. You just need to be at a level of confidence when you're ready. When you feel you're ready, like even doing like meditation techniques and listening to motivational speaking. Now that's a good one as well. You know, to like listen to motivational speakers to just empower you and just give you that little bit of power and energy to be ready for the big wide world ahead.
Yes, for sure. I'm there. It's true.
So yeah, like I just it's nice. It'd be nice to know if there are people out there that want to get involved and be a part of it, because it, you know, it can be such an amazing thing. And like I've met so many amazing people on my journey. Like big up to everybody that's in the live, that stayed in the live. Big up yourself, Angel. Thanks for having me on today. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many like genuine, beautiful people that you meet, and like, you know, that's going to stay with you forever. So I think when you look at it and think how, you know, for you could have 5 people that absolutely love you and 100 people that hate you, but for them 100 people cannot outweigh them 5 people that adore you. Do you know what I mean? Like you just have to focus on the good and try not focus on the bad.
Yeah. And it's good to build your world and select who you want to be in it. And then everybody else is kind of like in their own. I make boxes for people. So then to feel like, okay, this is how we're friends. Everybody's got something they're good for. And I barely get any negative comments and stuff like that. But how I feel is, when I do, I divert it to asking them how they are and what's going on with them and how is life, and we end up becoming good friends. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, like even on the most negative sites, like where, you know, it's gossip or whatever, if I say something, somebody doesn't agree and they say something which is a bit extra, you know, I'll inbox them and say thank you for commenting, or I might even put it under the post and say thanks for commenting. What are your views on what you said and what was the reason, so that we can liaise. We end up chatting for like time, and then to this day we're still talking. Like 4 or 5 months later, we're talking.
And I think that's the thing. Sometimes people just want to be known and heard as well.
They
So
just want
when people are
attention.
leaving hate comments, it's not. Sometimes it's not necessarily because they want to put it, but they feel like they have no other way to communicate. Like, look at me, I'm here. What about me? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's attention. Yeah,
It's like, you know, it's just something to be like, I'm here too. Like, you're getting all the love, but I'm not. So I'm gonna throw hate at you because then it will divert to me and people will love me. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. There are people. Some people are very misunderstood. A lot of haters. Like when you like, if you do speak to them and find out what's bothering them, they probably, you know, they probably got a lot going on. There might be something in their life that's like getting them down. They can't, they're stuck in a rut and they can't help. So
yeah,
like sometimes you can never, even with people that you think, oh, you know, they're so horrible, like you just never know someone's, you know, what someone's going through. And the way they act sometimes is just because that's the only way they know how to react.
yeah. They don't have any other way of bringing it out.
Yeah.
Some people are having a very hard time. They're under a lot of pressure, and they don't even notice sometimes that they're exerting negativity. Sometimes they feel like it's constructive criticism, and then you're like, no, it's not. You're being a bit mean, you know. And then you find out, okay, let's talk about it. What is it that you're going through? And I find that, like what we're saying, that a lot of people don't know how to, and everybody can learn from someone. You see, that's another reason why I say with the dancing scene, it doesn't matter who came yesterday, and there's people that have been here for decades, right? Everybody still has something to teach someone. And my dad always says to me, you've been through more than me, and I am your father. And the fact that you've taught me a lot as my child. There's a lot of things that I will never go through even till I'm dead, because the way that the world evolves, it teaches you to go through more than us, because we had the simple life. Things have become so difficult in this world of technology. It's really altered our existence.
It is scary times because, like, the world, it's like the world is moving at such a fast pace. Like even us, we try and, you know, it's hard to keep up. Do you know what I mean? So, like, don't lie. So, do you do dance and obviously take to get noticed?
It's a passion, my love. Some of us went to college and got diplomas in dancing and diplomas in performing arts, not because we had time to waste, but we actually put our energy and effort because we actually chose it, we enjoyed it, we loved it. It's a passion. Dancing isn't just, oh, I want to look sexy and feel sexy. Some of us actually chose it first before other degrees. So
like 88 Dre, who's commented on that.
That's what
I don't think he was here earlier when we was talking, but when it comes to like the male attention, we don't live for the male attention. We actually prefer the female attention. So what does that make us lesbians? Like it's not about I understand we're going to get attention because the type of dancing draws male attention as well, but you'll be surprised as female dancers how many females will follow and sort of rate what you do, and that's the thing. And also, I studied college at dance. Studied dance at college as well. I did. I didn't follow it through though.
Okay.
But I did contemporary.
Okay. And also, and I did contemporary as well as everything else. I did mixed performing arts. But just to even elaborate on what he said, he's forgetting that dance has different cultures. Irish dancing, belly dancing is sexy, but it's a culture. You go for dinner in a certain restaurant, and as you're sitting down eating, even with the children and the family, a belly dancer will come and dance and entertain you, and it all looks sexy and the gyrating. What is that? That's not looking for attention. It is a culture. That's why it exists.
Even like salsa, do you know what I mean? Like even the partner dancing and like the, you know, tango and all the ballroom dancing, like everything. I think everything has a bit of sexuality in it, even down to pop music. Like, you know, everyone like is, oh, Cardi B this and Cardi B that. Listen to Britney Spears. Like, do you know what I mean? Hit me, baby, one more time. Are you for real?
Madonna, look at Madonna.
Do you
Where
know
did
what
she
I
start?
mean?
Like a
I
virgin.
think like it's hard to get away from sex. Like sex is in a lot of things.
Yeah, and
Everything's sexualized. So
mhm. And the other thing is, like, even just to elaborate on that, let me tell you this, right? This is funny, but not funny, but it's a statement. Miss Rose, when we had the interview last week, first thing Miss Rose said to me was, "Your hair looks nice," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." To this day, I'm like, I'm not taking out my hair because she likes it. And she probably even forgot about that by now, but it feels good to have a woman
yeah,
compliment you.
like is like you do rate. Like we're not feminists. We're not
Yeah,
anti-males. We love males just as much. But we do appreciate like in the dancing scene that we work in.
yeah,
You know, we have to stick together as women because
yeah,
there's a lot, you know, men obviously see us as objects. A lot of them see us as objects and that, whereas women can see the art that we're trying to, you know, perform.
yeah. We barely even respond to the men because, to be honest, a man is going to feel how he feels regardless, which is why some pastors are still sleeping with the women in church and they're wearing their long dresses and praising God all day, right? We still hear cases of these things. We still hear these people in the congregation are sleeping with this person. That didn't happen because they were whining and where it happens anywhere in
Yeah.
any field. So it is a thing where, let's look at like other cultures where they cover up their faces and stuff like that. They still get picked for marriage by someone without even seeing the body or the face. It's just always the case. Like, it's just one of those things where if somebody's attracted or is looking for somebody to share their attraction with, it's going to happen. You know, it's going to happen. And it's okay to change subjects because we're here to talk about everything, by the way.
And yeah, we do like as dancers and performers, you have to take it on the chin. If someone feels a certain way and has an opinion, then we're here for it. We like to listen to people's views. That's why we have these conversations. It's
Exactly.
good to have these conversations because it obviously gives us a better understanding how of other people view us as well and how other people see it.
Yeah. I mean, joining the government would be a bit crazy because, like I said, you can't have an interview or conversation where you don't discuss everything. Ooh, if we had stayed on one topic for 2 hours, was that really going to be positive? Like, does it make sense? If we, what would we be talking about for over an hour? We can't have one topic here. We have to obviously get into every area, angles, being a parent, you know, videos, promos. We're talking about everything that
We're
matters.
talking about life in general and how, you know, how it is as life is, you know, in this field. I'm sure everybody has an opinion of what they've got to say, but we're here for it. We like it. It's good. We like it.
Exactly. Because I mean, in all fields, there's going to be pros and cons, good and bad, which is why there's always customer service. It's there to hear all angles, what's going wrong and what's going right. These are the things that count, you know. So I mean, in terms of quarantine and all that stuff, what are your plans when everything is open? Besides maybe the school and stuff, what are you doing with yourself in general?
Well, so I do still like I'm working as well. So I've got my full-time job, but I've actually been put on furlough. So right now I'm on furlough. So well, hopefully I have a job to go back to. We don't know how you know the economy is going to hold up. Like my job, I've got like a 50. I think potentially I could go back. Well, in a couple of months they could say, look, we don't need you back. Do you know what I mean? So it all depends on if I go back to work, which I'm hoping I do. If I don't, then I will just I'll have more time to focus on the dancing and still do my OnlyFans, and at least I'll have an income still
Right.
while I focus and promote my dancing, and then hopefully, like I said, try and get in the studio, and that would be the next step.
Because that's the thing, people don't understand what you have to deal with, what you have to go through. in order to keep yourself going, in order to maintain. Because here's what I'm going to say, and I'm not saying I know your situation, but when you are supporting and providing for a child right round the clock without a man assisting you right round the clock, meaning being there physically, they don't understand what it entails, you know, what it takes, you know, how you're providing everything. Like if your child needs a new pillow, it's you. New base set, it's you. You know, you're not always going to turn around and say, could you give me money for this? Could you give me money for that? So you're trying to set yourself up in a way where you'll have something for the future that you know, that you're looking at. And bearing in mind, we are going through a pandemic, which was planned, but then the fact is we're still going through it. So people would rather see you starving and begging and not give you money than see you trying and making the effort and making money. That makes sense. That actually makes more sense.
Yeah, I think the main thing is we just need to obviously keep this like this. I mean, these type of conversations are good because obviously it just promotes you know, unity, support, and this is what we need. Do you know, we need to support each other more. We need to like take time and, you know, understand other people, because obviously we've met a few times, but you know, this is probably the longest time we've ever had a, you know, a proper in-depth conversation. And it's good, like after you feel like, I know I'm going to come away from this live, I'm going to feel like good, like obviously everyone in the live as well, that's all you guys that have been commenting, asking questions, interacting, like this is all good. Like I love this. I'm here for it.
And it's exactly what I want, for us to all get to know each other better.
Yeah, I think
that we all have issues and things about us that isn't perfect. Like what you said about yourself, you know, everybody so far has mentioned their downside, like if it's eczema, if it's like lupus, if it's like ovarian cyst, if it's a hernia, if it's, there's so many different things we all go through, even not having money, you know. We understand that the struggle is serious and it's there. Can't ignore it and pretend like it's not and just see each other on the dance floor, you know. Thank you, Sia. You can't just pretend like
fiance, I love you, girl.
Thank you so much. You know, I appreciate everybody because you've all been on the lives, watching, listening, and also interacting. The interaction is so real. And I think I'm going to put the videos on YouTube so that at least the world can get to see, because if somebody's not on my page, it's there. You know, you can always look back. Yeah, so I think it's really healthy. This is healthy. And I like it. I like it because I got to really hear from you. Yeah.
But anyway,
it's your time now. We're going to leave you to your mummy. It's your time. It's your time.
What do you want to say to the people on the live?
Thank you, everyone.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say to everybody?
Come and see us off.
You didn't want to say anything.
Okay, I'll say something.
What do you want to say?
Hi, everybody. It's me.
Hi.
Is that it? You're just going to introduce yourself and run off?
No. Hi, everybody. It's me. Your normal YouTuber.
Your normal YouTuber. She speaks sometimes like she's doing a vlog.
That's it.
All right, but yeah, but this was good. But I'm probably gonna have to love you all, and leave you all. And hopefully we can do this more often. And obviously, I'm looking forward to like seeing your lives with all your other everyone else that you bring on.
Yeah, we've got Cammy tomorrow.
The vlogger.
Oh, hi, YouTuber.
What's your name? What's your YouTube name? You've got to have a separate name. You've been silly now. But yeah, no, honestly, guys, I love you all so much. Like, honestly, like I said, I've met so many beautiful people, so many decent people, and it's nice. It's nice to know that, you know, not everyone has, you know, not everyone's hating, not everyone's bad mind everyone. You know, there's so many genuine people out there that's just trying to live life and have fun and whatever. So I love you all. Mwah!
Thank you so much, Irish. I appreciate it. Tomorrow we got Cami, so you know.
Cammy, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Cammy?
I'm gonna give her a hard time.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm joking, Cami, but yes. Thank you so much, Irish. I will speak to you, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. I love you all.
Bye, Amelia.
Say bye. Say bye. We're going now.